Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Kalpesh Patel. I'm going to be the host for your nuts and bolts training today. So thank you for joining us, and thank you for giving up your time, which I know is really, really valuable. Every Tuesday, we do a short, sharp training on the skills it takes to win big in business. And so, for me, this is a subject I'm super passionate about for the simple reason, as an entrepreneur, I know just how tough it is to succeed. And so everyone in the world that's on this journey of success, for me, it's like if I can impart my experiences, my knowledge, my learnings in a way that, maybe helps them to elevate their game, then that's kind of become a passion of mine. It's a gift, the ability to make maybe some complicated things simpler is what I get told all the time. So that's what I thrive on, is trying to make things easier for people that are new to the journey of entrepreneurship to understand the basic mechanics of how they can be more productive, more profitable, more efficient in their day-to-day activities. And so that's, what it boils down to, right? A lot of people stay in their head about entrepreneurship and struggle to break free of the mental prison. And so success exists not in here alone, although it can start here. The journey starts in your mind, but at some point you've got to deliver it into the world. And for me, it's like that's been always the case of what I want to solve. How do you transfer the knowledge that you have, or the passion that you have, the desire that you have? How do you transfer that inner feeling of wanting to reach higher aspirations? How do you turn the thoughts and the ideas into measurable results in the outside? All right. So that's the name of the game. So, for me, the industry that delivers over and over again consistently for 27 years for most people is the home-based business industry. And the reason is you have very little overheads and maximum upside. All right. So for me, if you can, most people are not risk, the risk appetite is very low. Most people are not risk takers. That's just how life works. All right. So for me, direct selling, network marketing is the lowest risk, highest reward category that helps people to get started, because otherwise you've got to be ready to start with tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of pounds just to start a business. And then the overheads that go with that, thousands a month, month in, month out, year in, year out, before you can even get started, right? And so if we can eliminate all of that, employing people and all of the barriers to entry of traditional business, and we can get you in the saddle for as little as a few £100, and you're started with unlimited upside. For me, this is just a blessing. For me, it's like when you get that, bang, mind blown. For me, mind blown. So one of the skills that is really useful in that space, and there's a bunch of skills, right? But one of the skills on top of your mindset, for me, mindset is the foundation of everything. Your attitude, the way that you relate to everything, the way that you relate to yourself, first and foremost, and then the way that you relate to everything around you as things happen, as things unfold. Who are you? How do you show up? That's the foundation of everything. But then skill number 2 has got to be the art of invitation, the art of getting people excited to take a look at what you want to share. So getting people's attention, creating curiosity in the minds of others so that they want to know what you know that can help them move their life forward. That's all we're doing. Become an expert in creating curiosity. See, imagine people invited themselves versus you inviting them. How does that work? That in itself is a whole thing. So learn to speak in a way that builds up desire, builds up curiosity, and has people asking you for more information. So that again, this is a skill that you will learn over time, but learning to say less is so, so important. Most of us, we're so excited that we want to just blurt it all out. We want to tell people everything in a conversation. And if that worked, then it would be working for everybody. The evidence is overwhelming. It does not work for most people to blurt everything out. So there's a process to everything. There's a system behind everything. So some people will bulldoze their way to success, which means that, we will just blurt it all out to loads of people, and some of it will work out and we'll build a business out of it. But that doesn't mean it's efficient. That doesn't mean that you've been optimal. You may well create a lot of wastage when you take that route. So how can we then make that a lot more streamlined and efficient for you so that you're not wasting a lot of your time, a lot of other people's time, you're not wasting potential contacts, etc., etc., etc. How do you go from being wasteful to being resourceful and being optimal in your efforts? Well, curiosity, like I say, is one of the biggest keys in inviting. So is excitement and enthusiasm. So again, you will find that excited people, enthusiastic people will attract a lot more engagement, whether it's on social media or in a party or at home. People that are more, if you like, expressed, more likely to get engagement from people, all right? So your excitement and your enthusiasm will attract the tribe, all right? That's what we're doing. We're attracting our tribe. We want to find out there who else is excited and enthusiastic about something in their life. So if you are naturally showing up as excited and enthusiastic, then people are going to be more open to communicating with you about their hidden secrets, if you like, their hidden desires to succeed, their ambitions. What do they want? Because most people are too scared to talk about this stuff, because generally speaking, in the majority of environments, you get shot down for dreaming. You get shot down for aspiring for better, for wanting to improve. In most environments, people will talk you down very quickly. So most people give up at some point, right? By the time they finish with their teens, for the most part. Some survive their early 20s, still sharing possibilities and dreams, but it doesn't take long before life wears them down. And people start putting them into a box and telling them to calm down, because life's not that easy. Life's tough, doesn't work out like that. Stop talking nonsense. And before you know it, you believe it's nonsense and you stop talking. So how do you reawaken that magical spirit that exists in every human being on the planet that is born into the world? And then that gets hammered out of them through this thing called life. Because that's my belief. I believe every human being is born with potential. Otherwise, it's a bit of a pointless process being born, isn't it? Here's how I have it in my head. That we're all wandering around in the universe, floating around from one galaxy to the next at lightning speed, having all these wonderful virtual experiences. And then we spot this little blue planet in this galaxy over here and go, well, that looks fun. There's people down there that seem to be having experiences that I've not had. Let me go check some of that out. But we come here with an idea and a plan already, because we're greater than all of this, right? We're greater than our environment. We're absolutely greater than everything that we see and experience around us. I 100% believe that, because there's way too many miracles in the world for us to ignore that fact. Way too many miracles around us for us to ignore that fact. Too many humans have gone before us that have proven over and over and over again that a little bit of desire, a little bit of passion, a little bit of focus, a little bit of commitment to something greater than ourselves, and magic happens. So we know that that exists. But the key is to be consistent, to be true to that conversation, to be consistent with that conversation, to keep it alive long enough so that it can birth itself through us. That's all it is. I know it sounds a little bit simple, but honestly, if you buy into that idea, like what if it took you 50 years to manifest whatever dream was inside you? Would it be worth it? And for me, yes, because what else are you going to do with your life? What else are you going to do with your life other than manifest your dream? Why not? Too many people before us have had a dream and been bold enough to speak it and transform the world as a result of it. Who are we to ignore the power of that, right? Now, most people are not going to. We know that. Most people are worn out, torn up, and given up way before their time is up, all right? I often say that. We call them the living dead. Like a lot of people, especially around the 50 mark, they've confined themselves to a fixed conversation. It's the same conversation. It's a routine conversation that's had every day, probably for the past decade, some 2 decades, some 3 decades, depending on when you gave up. But at some point between the age of 20 and 50, by the time they get to 50, most people give up on their dreams. And then now we're just waiting to die then, right? If you give up on, once you've given up on your dreams, are we not just waiting to die? Because we're just re-experiencing everything we've already experienced. So if you're just going to wait to die, then you might as well say, you know what, while I'm hanging around, I might as well give birth to one of my dreams. And off we go again. So for me, it's like, how can we reawaken the dreamer within us? We've all got one. So don't be scared to dream, and don't be scared to speak your dream into existence. So when you're inviting people, it's this passion, this free spirit that anything's possible, like keeping that frame of reference in your mind, that anything is possible for anybody at any time. Speaking from that place, now when you're engaging with people, they're excited to listen to you. Now, you don't speak to them in the kind of way that I'm speaking right now, because chances are you'll lose them, right? They'll be like, what the hell are you talking about? So you want to speak in a language that they understand, everyday language, what we call layman's language, all right? Speak in layman terms. Don't get all scientific on people. Don't get all fancy because you read a couple of books and you've learned a couple of words that they don't know and you want to show off. It's not about that. If you read a couple of books and you got a couple of new words, congratulations. You can show them off to other people that read books too. But when you go to people that don't read books, then you got to speak in a way that they're going to still be engaged in conversation. You don't want to lose them in translation. You don't want them to think, oh my God, you know so much and I don't know enough. No, show them that just basic building blocks, anybody can start anywhere and start to win. That's what our job is. As professional network marketers, our job is to transfer our passion, which comes from our dreams, transfer our passion into other people and awaken theirs. And once we can awaken theirs, then you say, hey, listen, why don't we work on this stuff together? Whatever it is you want, I want to help you get there. If I help you and I help enough other people, then guess what? My stuff works itself out. Zig Ziglar said years and years ago, if you help enough other people get what they want, you'll get everything you want. Could life be that simple? What do you want? And whatever you want, start engaging in conversations and helping other people get what they want. And if you know what you want, guess what? Stuff starts happening. Things start falling in your direction. You become an attraction. You become a magnet inside of this orbit that goes around spinning through the universe. You become a magnet inside of it. And all of a sudden, people show up and you're like, wow, where did you come from? I've been talking about that. I've been thinking about that. I've been focusing on this. It starts happening. People start coming to you that are relevant to your journey. But that can only happen once you are awake to it. The same people will come to your life. If you're not awakened to it, you'll miss them. You'll miss those conversations. You'll miss those opportunities because you're not tuned in. So inviting people is not about inviting them to a business. It's not about inviting them to an opportunity, although it starts off oftentimes as an opportunity to make more money, because that is a huge, huge gap in most people's lives. It's an easy place to start a conversation off. But if that's all you're talking about, you'll run out of steam very quickly, because on its own, it's a little bit of a shallow and an empty conversation. All right. Yes, most people want to make more money, and it's a great starting point. But then you've got to dig into the dreams and say, right, what are you going to do with that money? Because money on its own doesn't do anything, right? What do you want to do with it? What are you looking for? Some people are looking for stuff. They want to wear stuff, whether it's clothes or jewelry, or they want to wear it in the form of a car or a house or whatever. A lot of people, they want stuff. All right. But then there are people that have got stuff and they want something else. They want security. Maybe they want to secure their future. They want to secure their old age, their pension. They want to provide for themselves later on in life without having to work. Some people want to retire earlier. They don't want to work till they're 65 or 70. What a cool plan to get out of the system earlier so that you can become self-sufficient at the age of, 60 or 55, or dare I say it, 50. Like, really? Like, what, who says anything has to be a certain way, right? Decide on a number when you want to exit the system so that you can do life on your terms. Some people want to secure the lives of others. Maybe you've got children. That's a huge driver for most parents, right? You want to make sure that they don't have to go through the struggles you went through. I know that drives a lot of parents. You want to provide some security for the next generation. You want to create a legacy, something that's more than just you, which is great. Huge drivers. So find out, again, it helps if you know what you want in this arena. And then when you know what you want, it helps you to help other people discover what they want. When you start helping people discover what they want, then of course they want to come and hear about whatever it is you want to share about. How wouldn't they? Do you see what I'm saying? So I'll give an example. I'm going to pick on somebody randomly. Let's see who we got here. Duncan, can I pick on you? I'm just going to unmute you. Go ahead and unmute yourself. You don't have to, by the way, but it's an invitation. Are you up for a conversation of invitation, Duncan?
Come again, Mr. Pesh?
I said, are you open to a conversation of invitation?
Yeah, I'm open.
Okay, good. So I'm going to just do an example here, right, of a role play. And I want you to imagine that we met each other on social media. Maybe we've been friends on Facebook for a year or two. You've been following my posts, you've been liking and commenting and connecting. And then I've sent a message to you, something, and just tell me what you'd do. If I wrote a message to you, something along the lines of, hey, Duncan, thank you so much for engaging on my wall. I've noticed you've liked a few posts and commented a few times. Looks like we share the same sense of humor, or looks like we share something in common. Tell me a little bit about yourself. How would you feel about responding to that message?
I think I'll be overwhelmed for the fact that someone took notice of me,
Right.
and then I'll try to give that person the attention that he or she needs, and try to see where it takes me.
Wow. And is that natural? Like what I've just explained there, if that happened, that would be a natural thing, right?
Yeah. But honestly speaking, like it's something that you come across daily. So if someone has those cards and put it on your wall, on your timeline, or on your wall, then I'll be very delighted.
Yeah. So now we've started communicating. You're going to tell me a little bit about what you do. So just give me a couple of bullet points. What are you going to tell me about yourself? What would you reply?
Now, one thing that I think is that we'll start going private, and then that's where we'll start sharing contacts. That's where I'll give information about myself, what I do for a living.
So tell me,
and then,
what do you do? Let's pretend we're having that conversation privately in a chat.
Okay, right now I'm a detective, and I'm also doing a side hustling. I'm also pushing the blockchain technology as a side hustle, because I'm trying to change this day-to-day lifestyle and all the stuff. So many people, like they since, because of their different experiences, like they always see Bitcoin as a scam, but I don't blame them. But because of their past experiences, or some of their relatives and families experiences, but if you can dig deep and try to find out yourself, the information that you can get on YouTube, if you can go to internet, try to find more information first about the company before you join, because immediately you get the right platform, then your life will change forever.
Wow, that's some introduction, right? So now I get that reply. Guess what? I am super pumped, super excited, because I found somebody that's speaking my language. Can you see that? So that is what I call a qualified prospect. Not every prospect will be qualified, but that goes straight into my qualified prospect list. Got it? Wow. So you want to now start sifting your list. So now you've got a list of people that you're connecting with, that you're communicating with and saying hi to. Once you build that connection and you've got a little bit of information on them, you move them from your first list to a second list, which is qualified prospects. Okay. Now, at this stage, a lot of people want to jump straight in and pitch something. But for me, it's still too early. Still too early, right? When you're learning this business, try and get as many skills in as possible. So now you know you've got a qualified prospect. Get them a little bit more curious. So I might send a message back to Duncan saying something along the lines of, Duncan, I love your reply. Thank you so much for being open and sharing what you have. We do share a lot in common. I'm glad you're in the blockchain space. I'm glad you keep an open mind to crypto. If I can show you how to benefit from the crypto space by minimizing the risks and maximizing the upsides, would you give me 20 minutes?
Okay.
Done. Was that difficult?
No.
And there you have it. What if, so again, for everybody's benefit, what if invitations were as simple as that? And I like to do that live for the simple reason that invitations are as simple as that. So I want to ask somebody else to volunteer. Who else wants to volunteer? Give me a raise of hand if you want to practice the art of invitation. This time we're going to do somebody that's a friend of ours, right? We've already got rapport. We've got a connection already. Who's going to be brave? Eddington, hi. Please put your camera on for the sake of everybody. Eddington. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome. So let me get myself back in the ring.
Okay.
Eddington, how are we doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right. Thanks. And you?
Yeah, great. So I want you to imagine now that we're friends. We've got a rapport and a relationship already. All right. And I want you to imagine that you're a burnt out networker. So you've tried network marketing in the past. You maybe even had a little bit of success, but you've been beaten up a little bit. You're a bit bruised and battered from the industry, and you're a little bit resistant, but you know that when it's working, it works really great. Is that fair enough?
Yes, that's fair enough. Yeah.
Great. And I'm even going to go as far as to say that maybe we haven't worked with each other, but we followed each other's network marketing journey for a couple of years. All right.
Yes.
And we've already got each other's numbers, and you know, we're aware of each other. So I'm going to call you up. All right. So just be like we're on a phone call now. Ring, ring.
Okay.
Ring, ring.
Hello.
Eddington. Hey, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing all right. Thanks. And you?
Yeah, really good. I hope I haven't caught you at a bad time. Are we good to talk for a few minutes?
Yes, I'm free. You're right. You called at the right time. We can talk.
Perfect, perfect. Listen, do you know what? I haven't got a ton of time, but the reason I've called you is I was thinking about you. I saw something recently, got really excited about it. I've been promoting it for a couple of weeks, and the response I'm getting is unlike anything that I've seen in a long time. People are loving what I'm sharing with them. And I was wondering if you still got it in you to go another round with me and give me 20 minutes of your time to look at what I believe is one of the most exciting opportunities of this decade. Can you give me 20 minutes, Eddington?
Yes, we can continue to talk. Thanks.
Boom, done. You were supposed to be resistant, but you couldn't resist, could you? Because what is there to resist, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And you see, it's like, how difficult is it for you is how difficult it's going to be for them. Now, let's, again, naturally, if I'd had a different kind of conversation, let's say that you're that same resistant person, but I'm also a little bit worn out and burnt out myself. So now the conversation doesn't go like that. Now the conversation can go a little bit different, right? Ring, ring.
Hi.
Hi, Eddington. Hi, I hope you're okay. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Thanks. And you? And who's calling?
It's Kalpesh. It's Kalpesh. Remember me?
Yes, I remember.
Cool. So what have you been up to lately?
I've just been busy with work, and you know, with this life, it's just so busy. And you try by all means to make a living. At times you hit a dead end, but that doesn't mean you need to give up. But yeah, that's all that's been keeping me busy, to try to secure something that's going to help me with my life.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, do you know what? I saw something a little while ago, and I don't know if you'll be interested, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I looked at it and I think it's all right. I think it might be all right. It might be something quite good to look at. Would you take a look at something? Would you come and tell me if something is a good idea or not?
Okay, let's hear it before I quickly reject. Let me just hear it. Maybe there's something that will come out there.
Very good. I think I'm so good I can't help but get a yes even out of when I'm being negative. Either that or you're super positive. I love it. Fantastic. But so thank you, Eddington, for sharing there. That was really great. So again, you know, it's just the point I'm making. It's a conversation. That's all we're doing, right? We're just having a conversation. And a lot of people have it in their head as different than a conversation. So the more natural you are in your approach with others, the easier it is for them to be natural with you. What a lot of people do and where they go wrong in the invitation is they try to sell something. They're in a salesy mode. And for me, the best way to sell anything is to share it. Rather than trying to sell it, share it. Share the benefits, share the outcomes, share the impact. Like much, much easier than trying to sell something. All right. So I'm going to have you guys practice with me a little bit now. Who would like to invite me? I'm going to be the resistant, difficult one. And I want you to come and show me how good you are at the art of invitation. Who's up for that? Chirag, there you go. Coming into the ring. Ding, ding. Here we go. Round one. How are you, Chirag?
Yeah, good. Thanks.
Wonderful, wonderful. All right. So yeah, same kind of process. You decide, you tell me the terms. Who am I? Think of a real life scenario. Think of something in your life that you've had and you didn't deal with it powerfully. And let's see if we can sharpen it up. Go for it. Give me the scenario.
So the scenario I would say is you're already a friend of mine, very good friend. We're in complete different businesses, backgrounds. You sort of listened to me first time round to say, in terms of when I shared the first opportunity with you a couple of years ago, and it went okay, and then eventually it all went downhill. So you sort of lost hope in that sense. I can see where I'm going. I'm going to make my life a lot more difficult. But anyways, yeah, that's the scenario.
It's a real situation, right? So it's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what it is. So you've sort of lost hope in this kind of industry as it is. So you'd find it difficult to obviously even look at the opportunity.
Brilliant. Okay, good. So
Right.
I'm going to be that person. So let's go for it.
Ring ring.
Hello.
Hey, Kalpesh, how you doing?
Oh, Chirag. Hiya. How are you?
Yeah, all good, man. What you been up to?
Well, just working, just keeping my head above water, doing what we do, right?
Okay, awesome. So yeah, how's it all going?
Yeah, it's all right. You?
Yeah, not too bad. I'm doing pretty well, to be honest. I found
right.
something similar to what we were doing a couple of years ago, and I've been doing it for about a month or two now. It's going really well. I'd like to show you the opportunity, see what you think for yourself. You got 20 minutes spare?
Yeah, to be honest, Chirag, I mean, if it's something similar to what we already did, we know how that went. Yeah, no, that was not wasn't good for me, as you know, and I can't be doing stuff like that again. I'm just gonna get my head down and carry on doing what I'm doing and keep plugging away.
So when I say similar, it's still in the network marketing game, but it's a completely different project owned by completely different people.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I mean, obviously, I'm not very good at all of that stuff, as we've already experienced. And
you don't need to be good. It's amazing for just to be passive as well. To be honest, just come and have a look, see what you think. And if you don't like it from there,
you said that last time, man, and that didn't work out good.
Well, it worked out for the first couple of years, didn't it? Before
yeah, it did. But no, you're all right. Thank you anyway.
All right, cool.
All right, how was that for you?
It was a bit difficult, yeah. There wasn't any movement there.
Yeah. So, and have you had people like that?
Yeah, you do get people like, well, I do, yeah.
So now we're going to reverse the roles, and I'm going to be you, and you're going to be that person. All right?
Yep.
And let's see if we can bring a different flavor to the conversation. All right?
Yep.
Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey, Chirag, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Kalpesh, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. How's the family?
Yeah, everyone's good. Thanks.
Yeah. Listen, just a quick call, really. I know last time, we were on an entrepreneurial journey together. It didn't end the way that we all would have wanted it to end, right? And I'm mindful of that. But I want to ask you a question, all right? And just be honest with me. Have you given up on all of your dreams? Are you just going to stick to what you knew before? And we know that that's a tough slog anyway. Or have you got another ounce somewhere inside of you where if I can open that window up with you and work with you on it, maybe we can work on your dreams a little bit more? Where are you at? Have you completely thrown the towel in on your dreams? Or is there a crack that we can work on to open up?
No, I haven't completely thrown the towel on my dreams. I've got stuff that I'm working on as well, obviously.
Brilliant.
So that's going to get me there eventually.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that, because as we know, too many people give up on their dreams, right? So you're working on other stuff. What are you up to outside of your job? What else are you doing?
Yeah, so I got my businesses, obviously, so that keeps me a bit busy on a day-to-day. And I'm always looking to expand and grow.
Your pizza business, right?
Yeah, the pizza and the shops. So they're keeping me busy at the moment. Yeah.
No, you're doing good there for sure. So one of the things I remember back then that we discussed the first time that I showed you something is, as much as you love all of that, and I know you do, and you're doing really well, is that time was always a challenge. And, for me, that I remember that was what for you was the thing that, to have time freedom. Is that still on the agenda? Can I help you somehow create more time?
That is still on the agenda at the moment. I'm able to have that time and sort of move around these businesses as and when I need to. So in that sense, it's all good. Yeah.
Yeah. So you'd say you're time free now. You're financially and time free. You sorted it.
There or thereabouts. Still, obviously, there's obviously always more that you can do to get even more comfortable, of course.
All right, good. Well, look, that's a great start. So when can I come over and show you what I've got and see if there's a fit?
Let me know. What's the company called? Let me check it out first, and then I'll let you know.
Yeah, for sure. Let me just come over and show you. I'll tell you why, Chirag. You know how this goes. If I just give you a name, you're going to think you know everything that you need to know. Let me give just 20 minutes over a pizza, and let me show you personally, and then you can have all the information that you need and make whatever decision you need to make.
Okay, let me get back to you. Give me some time and I'll let you know when's a good time.
Done. Give me a shout when you're ready, yeah?
All right, cool.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yes, cheers.
Done.
But then I might never call back.
Do I care? The point I was making, and I wanted to make, is that when you are free of the past, it's easier for the other person to be free of the past. Like for me, I was just free around it, right? Like, hey, listen, what we did before, I know that the dream was still there. What we did might not have worked out, but the dream is still there, right? I went straight for that because that's still true for everybody. Everybody still has a dream. And then I'm free from rejection as well. Like when you were to me, there was some desperation there, trying to, oh, just please have a look. It's different. It's not the same. Justifying, explaining, defending. Does that make sense?
Yep.
I didn't do any of that. I didn't justify anything, didn't explain anything, didn't give any information away. I stood my ground. I know that you have dreams and I'm just working on that. And I've left you free as well to decide what you want to decide. Now, I don't know if you're going to call me back or not, but the chances are that there's something building up. Like, what is he up to? And it'll be that day that you're not free. The day that you were going to spend with your kids and one of the staff didn't show up and you had to go and run the shop. And that day you're going to guess who you're going to think about. You see? And that's not going to be my last call either. Guess what? Give it another month, I'll call you back. If I haven't heard back from you, I'll call you back in a month's time. Share my progress. Do you see? So I hope that helped. I hope, again, for everybody's benefit, this stuff is always. So I hope it's helping everyone to understand the dynamics of invitations and how the freer you are, the freer the other person becomes. iPhone 12, who's that? Is that Stuart? Hey,
Kalpesh. Can you hear me, mate?
Yeah, we can. How are you, bud?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I'm good. Yeah, that was brilliant, mate. We had a local festival in my village on Saturday night, and one of my clients who we've done a lot of work for, he works for BA Systems on the union side. And so we've put a few roofs on for him on his barn, done him a lot of work, and he actually goes fishing on one of my lakes, and he asked for the keys and everything. So we had a bit of a natter, and I said to him, I've got something going on at the moment, I'm making 10%, and I didn't give him too much. I just basically dangled that carrot, and I said, come round and see me next week, and I'll let you know. And he gave me a ring. He called me today, and he says, that thing you was on about on Saturday night, when can I come and see you? I didn't give him too much info, like you said. I just dropped a bit in. And even his sister was over from the UK. She don't live here. And his sister went to him, let me know what it is when you find out. You know what I mean? Not too much info, just enough, though.
Yeah. Perfect. Thanks for sharing that, Stuart, because, again, it's a real example of how curiosity always trumps the death. So you don't need to say much at all.
Yeah, but like that, I totally agree with you. The less info, the better, I think. And then you get them interested, don't you? If you say too much,
it's like a push and pull. You know, like bring them along and then push them away a little bit and bring them in. Some of us, when you're too keen, they're even thinking you seem a bit desperate, like you need me more than I need you.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's always got to be that the backdrop for me is always, I can make a difference to you. I can help you.
Yeah.
Versus I need you. And that little shift in mindset. One is I need you, or I'm desperate to make a difference to you. Sometimes we can be too desperate to make a difference, right? It's like we care so much about them that we put them off.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? It's a little bit like you hear about in relationships as well, especially in the early parts of a relationship. I've got a friend of mine who is famous for this. He meets somebody he likes, and the girls generally tend to run 1,000,000 miles within 5 minutes of meeting him. And it's like, mate, just calm down a little bit.
Yeah,
give them some breathing room. So, he'll just smother them from day one, all in, and bang, they're like, oh my God, I need to breathe. So it's finding that perfect balance of you're confident in what you've got, you're comfortable in what you've got, and you're sharing just enough for them to say, oh, how's that work? Or, oh, tell me more. Yeah, I want to know. So I love how you just left it alone. I've got this thing. I want to tell you about it. And then you've left it to him to get in touch with you. So again, there's no one fixed way to invite, right? There's so many different ways you can do this.
Yeah, he actually had a laugh about it. He's like, yeah, I'll end up with a load of Avon products, won't I? And I just left it like that. I didn't tell him anything. And so.
I love it. There you go. but brilliant, really perfectly executed. So thanks for sharing that. And Stuart, do you want to tell everyone how you did is that similarly how you did the runner builder bonus? Because you qualified straight away for that, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Yeah. Basically, I run a few businesses over here. I've got a building company. I've got some restaurants and everything like that. So people like to follow me and jump on things that I'm on. So obviously the 10 people who are signed up are quite close to me anyway. Yeah. So they usually go with me. So I did find that fairly easy, but yeah, how I'm hopefully going to move forward is my building clients. I'm going to speak to them and bring all them in because there's a trust there straight away. Yes. You see, I don't do Facebook or social media or anything like that, me. So I like face-to-face. That's how I sell me, face-to-face. So
fantastic. So again, thank you for sharing, Stuart. And I know that will make a difference to a lot of people as well. How easy is it to share? As easy as Stuart made it. So thank you for sharing that. Anyone else want to share your experiences? Feel free to raise your hand. And if you want to come and practice in the ring with me as well, have a bit of a sparring session, feel free to do that. A real life scenario, if we can solve it, how great. Aaron, how you doing, buddy? Go ahead and unmute yourself.
I'm great. So I'm working. So here's the scenario, right? We have someone similar situation. You have been in something before, and I really admire you, look up to you. But we have done stuff together, and we made a lot of money. But things got rough, and now I'm gonna come to. I want to share something with you again. But so let's try that.
Good. Let's go. Do it.
All right. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey, good day. Kalpesh, how you doing, man?
Aaron, I'm good. How are you? Good to hear your voice, buddy.
Actually, my brother, I haven't heard from you in a while. I know you just dropped off the planet. Where's the family? How everything is going with the family?
Yeah, family's good. Everyone's in great shape, man. What have you been up to? You still
hustling? Man, I've been doing great things, man. Listen, I know we have done.
I know you got something new, haven't you? I always know. I can hear it in your voice already. Go on, tell me.
What happened? I'm pretty excited. But listen, my brother, I saw something. I really like what I saw. Love what I saw. I think it's pretty much amazing. But I really value your opinion because we have been through a lot, and we have gone way back. Listen, Kalpesh, all I need you to do for me, it will bring me great pleasure. For you to take a look at this, look at it and share, and I value your
Aaron, man, do you know what? Right now, I've got my hands full, and after that last run we had, blimmin' hell, man, I'm a bit worn out right now, to be honest.
Let me ask you a question. Have your dreams worn out? Is your dreams worn out? Do you still want to live on? Come on, we were planning. Do you still want to travel the world?
Of course I do, man. You know I do. You know I do.
Right, listen, Kalpesh. I don't need you to join. It's for my satisfaction. Just take a look at it. It's okay. Just take a look at it. Let me know your opinion. Let me know, because I know you're a professional at this. You've been doing this for a very long time. I want to get your opinion on this. We'll be having an information event tomorrow at 5 p.m. Can you make it?
Do you know what? It's you. We've got the relationship for that. Why not? Come on, I'll come and have a look. But don't expect me to join or anything. All right.
That's okay, my brother. Listen, I'm gonna send you. I will give you a reminder just about 3 p.m. because it's about 5. Is that okay?
Lovely. I'll catch you then, buddy. Hear your voice.
Thank you, brother.
See you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Yeah, as simple as that.
All right. Thank you.
So again, see, you moved it away from, because there was that little bit of I'm tired and resistance. You're like, listen, I don't need you to join. I just want your professional opinion on it. If you're speaking to somebody that's got expertise, that's got experience, and can genuinely give you value add opinion, then what a great way. Listen, I don't need you to join, but I need you to run your eyes over it and take a look. So in fact, that's how my last company that I was with, that's how I got sponsored, because I was a no to any MLM that was crypto based, because everything was so noisy out there. But that's exactly how I got onto a presentation. Was okay, do you know what? I'll look at it for you. And it's a powerful way to get people to take a look. And again, if the timing is right, if the dreams are still alive, we find our own way in anyway. So thank you, Aaron. Beautifully shared. Signa, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Thank you.
Hey.
Thank you for answering. I've been chasing you down the last month. I really wanted to have a chat. So I'm here in Denmark, and I actually had a friend from Hawaii who went to Dubai, and we tried to have a meeting with you because we have a really nice product. This is not crypto, because I thought, what about just something tangible that we can actually benefit from wellness wise?
Yeah.
So my company is also opening up in India, which is huge business potential. I know that you like business, you like to do good things for other people.
Yeah.
So I was just wondering, would you like to meet with me and my friend from Hawaii? Just, give us 10 minutes and we'll just talk about what we're into now. And
sure. Listen, do you know what? Based on our friendship, I'll give you 10 minutes over a coffee for sure. And here's all I'm going to ask. You show me yours, I'll show you mine. Whichever one wins the day is the one that we run with. Is that fair?
That's fair. Yeah, cool. Thank you.
There you go. Thank you. So again, always make sure that when you're open to an invitation, then you are having it reciprocated, right? So if somebody is sharing with something with you, make sure that you're also willing to share something back with them as well. All right. So it's and no one's going to refuse that. It's a fair exchange. Yeah. It's a fair exchange of information. Very good. Anyone else? All right, good. Well, listen, well done, ladies and gents. I think we are perfectly on time. So the invitation, going back again to the beginning, it's got to be to the point and quick, right? So short and sharp, like excitement, enthusiasm, and to the point. Don't waffle, not long conversations. If you have a long conversation and drop an invitation in, the impact of the invitation is often lost. Not always. Sometimes you might be having a long conversation with somebody. You might be spending the afternoon shopping with each other, in which case you don't want to have it short and sharp and to the point, and then you're having to run off into the sunset. So if you're spending time with somebody naturally anyway, then at some point it will be part of a natural conversation. I'm talking about when you're the intention of a call is to invite somebody to take a look at something, then have that intention show up. That's the point. Don't have it be a casual thing that you drop in as an afterthought. Give it priority, because the more priority you give it, the more priority they give it. If it's an afterthought at the back of a conversation for you, then it's an afterthought for them as well. Does that make an event or a get together? Let the evening or the day or the afternoon, let it unravel naturally. Let it do what you always do with them. Let all of it be natural. And maybe just before you leave. So by the way, there is something I want to talk to you about as well. Not now, but I'll give you a call in the week and arrange a time to talk to you about something else. Is that okay? And just plant that little seed there. Does that make sense? So what you don't want to do is invite somebody in the middle of a long conversation, and then the long conversation continues because now they're going to ask you questions and you are obliged to give answers because you're already committed with them for the hour or 2 hours or 3 hours. There's no escape. And it gets really awkward and weird if you're not giving them answers to questions and they're wondering why you're not being straight anymore. Does that make sense? Hence why you don't want to do an invitation in the middle of a longer conversation. They're two separate things. Normal conversation, drop something in that sets up the next call. Hey, listen, there's something else I want to talk to you as well. I say when to do the invitation. So longer meeting, invitation at the back end when you're about to leave, and an invitation call or a contact specifically to invite, then energy, speed, and to the point, right? No waffling. And do not, one of the biggest mistakes people make is they start presenting instead of inviting. They're only getting bits and pieces, and bits and pieces means they've only got a quarter of the jigsaw puzzle. There's no way they can appreciate the beauty of the jigsaw puzzle when it's finished, because they're only going to see a few pieces of it and it will make no sense to them. So resist the temptation. Do not get into explanation. Play a recorded presentation. That works a treat. You can go and visit as many friends as you like, do your social, and 20 minutes before you leave, say, by the way, there's something I want to share with you. We've got 20 minutes now before I leave. Yes, great. Let me just stick this on. Or schedule another 20-minute another 20-minute slot when it's specifically for that. The intention of, I'm going to share something with you that I think is going to make a massive difference in your life. I think if you see what I see and if you get excited, we can have a lot of fun and do some amazing things together with this. When can we sit down for 20 minutes? I'm just going to play a video and then you can get all of your questions answered and see if we can find a fit. As simple as that. Stuart, you got something else to say?
Yeah, I'm sorry I keep coming on, but I'm trying to build up confidence on platforms like this because it's all fairly new to me still. You know what I mean? Yeah, another client of mine yesterday. They live in the UK, but they've been over and we've been doing a lot of work for them, and they're hoping to retire out here in about 6-7 years. And I just dropped in. I said, "Listen, I might be able to make your dreams come true a bit quicker." Boom. Yeah. In between talking shop what we're doing for him, and I said they left this morning, early morning. I said next week I'm going to invite you to a Zoom call, something I'm into, and bang, I seen their eyes come up straight away. But I just dropped the line in.
Yeah, I love it. I'm sure everyone here on the Zoom will acknowledge that your energy, Stuart, is 90% of the job done. When you can have enthusiasm and excitement and energy oozing out of your conversation, then it's almost like it doesn't matter what you're talking about. People are already curious, like, wow, I wouldn't mind being that energetic. I wouldn't mind being that excited. I wouldn't mind being that engaged in something, like passionate about something. So that's what people are going to buy into. So thank you, Stuart.
Thank you.
Beautifully shared. And again, just dropping it into a conversation.
Yeah.
The dream, like you already know, they've got a plan. They've got a plan for 7 years' time to move to another country. Hey, I might be able to help you get there faster. Who's going to say no to that, right? So perfect. There you go. As easy as the recap of the invite, right? So short, sharp, to the point, lots of enthusiasm, excitement, and curiosity is your best friend, all right? And always remember that you're inviting them to make a difference to them. You're not inviting them so you can sell something. What happens is a sale is made. That's the transaction that takes place. But the transaction is simply a byproduct of a really powerful, intentional conversation. Like, let's strip all of the emotion away from everything. Take away your baggage, your limitations, your lack of self-confidence, your lack of self-belief, your lack of communication skills, or whatever it might be. Take all of that away and let's just strip it down to their bare bones. Is the product or service that you are using giving you a benefit that others could also benefit from? And if the answer is yes, you have nothing to fear. Simple as that. If you can benefit from it, why not others? Why not them? Why not the people that you want to reach out to and make a difference to? So remind yourself of that it's not about you. Sometimes we put all the energy on us. It's all about us, and that's what messes it all up. It's not about you. It's about you being an instrument for good. It's about you being the vehicle that makes a difference. It's about you being the bridge between where they are and where they want to be. And you have the tool to help them get there more efficiently. So take the focus away from your noise about yourself. I'm not good enough. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how it's going to go. What are they going to think about it? What are they going to think about me? What are they going to say? All of that stuff, which is all that we're dealing with. Drop all of that to one side. Leave it on the outside of the front door. When you get into your invitation call mode, drop all of that to one side and remember it's about them, not about you. And that will make your life so much easier when you can take the focus off of your baggage or your limitations or your self-talk and move it on to, hey, this is bigger than that. And it's about making a difference. And that's where you really start to reach more hearts and minds. So thank you so much. It's been a pleasure always. And remember to stay plugged into everything, everywhere, as often as possible, because like everything in life, what you focus on expands. What you give your attention to grows. And so make sure you're giving maximum attention to your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, and your vehicle, and bringing all of that together. Then one step at a time. Don't beat yourself up for not being as fast as the person next to you or in front of you or somewhere over there in the group, doesn't matter. Celebrate everybody's successes and celebrate your own at your own speed, right? So give yourself a break. Don't be hard on yourself. Be kind to yourself and allow yourself to grow into the best version of you that is available at this point in time. And then if you keep on growing every day, a little bit more, before you know it, you become fluent in invitations. It becomes your second language. All right. So thank you. Much love. And we'll see you on the Zoom